Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Hannah from the Instagram My Skincare Regime, where I post about skincare products I'm currently using. In this video, I'll be showing you a current example of my recent skincare routine, and I'll be explaining how and why I use each product. My main goal for this routine is to focus on blackheads and redness in the skin. And in every routine, I always aim to add hydration as well as moisturization. My skin type is that I have combination skin, and I tend to find that the skin around my eyes is a bit dehydrated. So this routine aims to tackle all of that. Also, none of these products contain fragrance or essential oils. And if you would like to support both the channel, Instagram and blog, then please consider becoming a patron today. There are different tiers with different benefits such as voting for product reviews and YouTube topics, as well as exclusive content and sneak peek access. Now, let's get on with the video. First up is cleansing. I cleanse once a day, otherwise my skin would feel too tight. So first up is the Stratia Velvet Cleansing Milk. I've actually swatched this and provided my first impressions with two other Stratia products. The link will be down below. This is a milky, non-foaming cleanser with a pH that respects the skin's barrier. I really like cream cleansers because I find that they don't dry out my skin as much as foam cleansers or gel cleansers. This can be used daily, but it's not a very good makeup remover, so I would use this as a second cleanse in a double cleansing routine. This is aimed at those with dry skins. Even though I have combination skin, I like to use cleansers aimed at dry skins because I find them less stripping. In terms of the texture, this literally looks like a lotion. You can see it's milky, it's not sticky, and it's definitely lightweight. This doesn't foam up. And when water is added, this simply emulsifies and washes away. This contains emollients such as olive oil and rice bran oil, as well as soothing ingredients like chamomile flower extract, aloe leaf juice, and allantoin. This doesn't have the best smell, it kind of smells like chemicals. I would highly recommend this to all skin types, especially dry and sensitive skins. But if you're like me and you like gentle cleansers, then go for it. To try and tackle my blackheads, after cleansing the skin, I wanted to use this salicylic acid mask from The Ordinary. This mask contains 2% salicylic acid, which is a chemical exfoliant, a BHA. This works mainly on blackheads and pimples, and is also anti-inflammatory, so it can simply help calm down skin that's breaking out. This contains charcoal and clay, but unlike a regular clay or charcoal mask, it doesn't suck out all the oil and water out of the skin, leaving it feeling really dehydrated. Squalane and glycerin are two main ingredients in here, which I'm guessing is what helps keep the product from drying out the skin, as well as other additional ingredients. This isn't sticky or tacky, and it's easy to spread along the skin. And as you can see, it's quite wet. It doesn't sting or irritate like another mud mask from Deciem I've tried. I apply the product, leave it on for 10 minutes, and then wash it off, focusing mainly on the areas where I have blackheads and congestion. So that's the T-zone. It's genuinely very comfortable to wear, and this remains creamy or wet-like even after 10 minutes. I aim to use this mask about 2 times a week, just to keep blackheads in check. I've used this a few times and I feel like it's keeping my blackheads in check, but of course I want to keep using this and see how it goes. My full review will be on the blog. After washing the mask off, my skin requires hydration, so I go for the Hadalabo Hyaluronic Acid Lotion, the moist version. The previous version of this lotion contained 3 types of hyaluronic acid, and this reformulated version contains an additional hyaluronic acid molecule, which is fermented hyaluronic acid, and is supposed to aid in skin barrier protection. As mentioned in my previous hyaluronic acid video, multi-molecular hyaluronic acid lotions are a favourite of mine, as they penetrate the different layers of the skin and hydrate the skin to plump up fine lines and just make the skin look more full. I even like to apply this onto the ends of my hair. The types of hyaluronic acid used in this product are listed on the screen now. In terms of the texture, you can see that this is very lightweight and watery. For those of you who like really lightweight formulas, there is a light version of this product. This feels smooth and hydrating. I think all skin types could use this, particularly dehydrated skins, and even those who live in hot and humid weathers could enjoy this. I only apply 1 layer of this. I don't find that I need another layer, and even if I apply a lot, it's not sticky or tacky. As you can see, this really just looks like water on the skin. It's hydrating the skin without applying any oiliness or greasiness. I would say that this is thinner than the Hadalabo Premium Lotion and the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus, but it's thicker than, let's say, the Keep Cool Soothe Bamboo Toner, which is practically water. Now, once my skin is hydrated, I move on to my serum stage. I'm currently trialing out the A-Pad by Geek& Gorgeous. This is a water-based serum aimed at all skin types and even sensitive skins. Now, this doesn't contain azelaic acid, but contains a derivative, PAD. This derivative is supposedly equally as effective as azelaic acid, but it can be stored in a water base instead of an oil base, which I much prefer as I like watery formulas. So this serum aims to even out the skin tone, regulate oil production, and also reduce redness and calm the skin down. This also contains allantoin to soothe the skin and glycerin to hydrate the skin. As you can see, it's a nice watery formula, and this definitely hasn't irritated my skin. I think if you apply too much, it can end up a little bit sticky and tacky, but I only use a few drops on the skin. This can be used both in the AM and PM. It doesn't take very long for this to dry down. The finish of this isn't oily or greasy either. I apply this mainly onto the areas where I have redness, so for instance on the cheeks, and also around the nose. I'm still currently testing this product out, so stay tuned for my in-depth review, which will be on the blog. But I will say so far, I've really been enjoying that this hasn't irritated my skin. And I've been enjoying the lightweight texture. While waiting for that to dry down, I move on to eye care, which involves the Hylamide Sub-Q Eyes. This serum aims to improve the look of fine lines, crow's feet, puffiness, and dark circles. This contains many technologies, peptides, and plant extracts, all to improve the look of the eyes, both short and long term. It has emollients, and so I really enjoy how it both moisturizes and hydrates my eyes. You can see it has that milky-like texture. Also, it doesn't cause any products underneath to ball up, and it sits well under my eye cream or eye gel. As you can see, this has a lightweight milky consistency. It feels really nice and soothing rubbing this into the skin. It's not too thick or heavy or greasy, and this definitely isn't sticky or tacky on the skin. It actually does get absorbed. Once the eye serum has dried down, I seal it all in with the Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel from Good Molecules. This is an eye gel meant to help reduce puffiness and soothe the eyes. Yerba mate extract is supposedly an ingredient that's high in antioxidants and polyphenols. Although this says it's a wake-up eye gel, it can be used both in the AM and PM. This contains both caffeine and acetyl tetrapeptide 5, also known as eye cerol, which helps reduce fluid retention. So both of these ingredients help to depuff the eyes. This also contains 3 forms of hyaluronic acid to help, in the short term, plump up fine lines. As you can see, this has a yellowish tint to it. When I first saw this product, I thought it would feel like Vaseline, but it definitely doesn't. It's not sticky or tacky. It's very easy to tap this along the eye. My first impressions when using this was that it definitely felt refreshing and cooling. I don't find this thick, and I don't find the finish to be oily or greasy either. This also contains panthenol and allantoin, which are soothing. I like this eye gel as I find that it both hydrates, moisturizes, and wakes up my eyes. To seal it all in and provide the skin with ceramides, which are imperative to support skin barrier function, I use a moisturizer. And today I'm using the Curel Intensive Moisture Facial Cream, which I have both reviewed on the blog and YouTube. This is a gentle moisturizer aimed at sensitive dry skins, but I think it would suit at least combination skins, as it's really not that thick or heavy. This is a daily moisturizer containing allantoin to soothe the skin, as well as squalane, which is an emollient, and is also in the kbeauty Oh So Simple Water Cream. In terms of the scent, it's not the best fragrance, but this product is unscented and I appreciate that. This doesn't feel like it's clogging my pores. As you can see for the texture, this isn't sticky or tacky. Although it contains less water than a milk or a lotion, I don't find it heavy, and it doesn't just sit on top of the skin, making me feel uncomfortable. You can see the finish on my hand doesn't make it look greasy. As you can see when applying it, this doesn't make my face look too oily, greasy, or shiny. It almost disappears onto the skin. For the lips, I like to use a lip balm, and today I'm using the Glossier Balm.com in Universal. Now this is a skin salve. The main ingredient is petrolatum, but this also contains lanolin, beeswax, and rice extract. This also contains rosemary leaf extract and sunflower extract. So it's a relatively thick paste. And it's not very hydrating, but I do find it moisturizing or at least occlusive. It's a decent lip balm. I haven't found any significant changes with it, and I much prefer the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask or the Avène Cica Lip Cream. I do find that if I have excess product, I put it on my cuticles. I'd say a better dupe for this is the Lanolips 101 ointment, as it has a similar texture. And there you have it. That's an example of my current PM skincare routine. The skin does not feel irritated and it feels hydrated. And if you noticed, I didn't want to overload the skin with actives. So that's why I stuck with 2 main ones in this routine. And then for instance, the next day, I could use a retinol. I have already published reviews of some of these products, which you can check out on the blog, myskincareregime.com. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. I will be posting my review of upcoming products soon. If you like this video, then please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe today for future content. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Forms used in this product are listed on the... and definitely... an algae...